going on with AI, generative AI, agentic AI, ML ops and AI ops. And, there's so much happening. And I think, you talk to the people here, and there's about 500 or so people here. People are trying to wrap their heads around, because it feels like things are changing. All of us have been in the industry a long time, but faster than ever, right? Specifically, as we sit here, where do you see that change happening? What are customers telling you? How are they future-proofing themselves, if you will?
That's a great word.
One, I do think that you've hit the nail on the head, and actually, even the sign behind it, and I don't know if it's visible to all the audience and everything else, but it says choice happens. And there's an element now where the best practices in architecture they've changed a little bit. You've got to be able to build and design in a way that allows you to anticipate the unknown, that allows you to be able to say, gosh, you know what? There are dramatic changes that might be happening from vendors like Broadcom, or I'd say almost in many ways, open AI, and the AI, all those changes represented that same type of challenge for infrastructure. Because it was, all right, well, do we have the right stack that allows us to be able to not just anticipate problems, but be able to navigate through them with as much agility, velocity and confidence as we can. And actually going back to what Stacy was saying before on that enterprise data cloud and the cloud operating model, well, what most people first went to, the public cloud, was because not they needed additional compute or additional storage. They wanted that promise of velocity. They wanted that ability to be able to unlock the investments in developers that they had made. They wanted to be able to deliver applications faster and compete a little bit more. Well, now they need to be able to do not only all of that, but they need to be able to do it in a way that's cost efficient, that's aligned to their business and maybe not just the public cloud providers. And they need to be able to then be able to unlock all of that capacity and potential in-house or in the cloud, and to be able to make those choices, not for the problem that they can see today, but for the one that's around the corner. And so what I love about what SUSE Con's approach is, what SUSE's approach is, and the spirit of this conference, is it really is about make the best architectural decisions that give you the greatest returns, the efficiency, the performance, all those things, but also that allow you the flexibility to anticipate and adapt to change. Because those companies that are able to have that agile operating model, that platform model, hands down, they deliver better return. They respond to everything from geopolitical change to crisis faster. They respond to architectural opportunities faster. And depending upon the study you read, and I know that you see all the ones that I do, they end up delivering about 4 or 5x both either shareholder return or revenue. They reduce the operating costs because they've really embraced that architectural decision of building for choice, building for flexibility, ends up unlocking a lot of things downstream. And that's what I think is really neat about this moment in technology is that all of a sudden CIOs, CTOs, and CFOs are aligned in this conversation that says, all right, well, wait a second. We don't want to be locked in particularly to one vendor too much.
Yeah.
We want to have options. Those contracts have gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And maybe we want to be able to go to our provider and say, we have the ability to make a change. And that's a unique moment. And it changes, I think, the definition of what best practice is as companies build out the next generation of infrastructure.